all the diseases that are caused by various parasites or parasitic worms or protozoan diseases, viral and bacterial diseases, and then vectors, if there were any vectors. National Institute of Vector-borne, the Vector-borne Disease Control Center. National Center for Vector-borne Diseases. National Center for Vector-borne Disease Control. It is under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It's located in Delhi, near ISBT Gate, Kashmiri Gate, Delhi University North Campus. National Center for Vector-borne Disease Control. So, which is the nodal agency that implements the program? This is a nodal agency that implements the program. So, what do they do?
Malaria, vector diseases against
and cure. Is there any vaccination for those diseases? If so, what are the vaccines? Vector control program. For instance, filariasis. So mosquito-based diseases, dengue, malaria, filariasis, yellow fever, mosquito-based. So filariasis, mosquito control, we use a fish. That has been asked in the previous year questions. See, I've already told you. You also go back to the previous year questions, particularly history. See, sometimes, to my observation, there are about 10 to 12% of the questions are repeated. Especially ancient India, medieval India history. If they're asking about 10 questions, in history, normally they ask about 10 to 15 questions. Out of the 15 questions, 2 to 3 questions are repeated. 2 to 3 questions are repeated. Particularly in Buddhism, Jainism, you will be able to understand what I'm telling you. Try to go back to the previous question as well, so that you will understand the two advantages. One, the question may be repeated. That you stand to gain. Then you will understand how the questions are asked in that area. Where is it?
Sir, upon the UNESCO creativity network, topic discuss.
I asked you to look into UNESCO. UNESCO is more for mains. Prelims, that much only they can ask you. Whatever we saw yesterday, that much only they can ask in with respect to. So, what I'm trying to tell you is, you try to understand what is UNESCO. UNESCO achievements. Today we'll see one more thing. The UNCITRAL. The cross-border insolvency framework. It's part of United Nations General Assembly. This is more likely to be asked in the mains as well. So prelims la vandu the scope is very limited. At the maximum heritage city கேட்கலாம். So today Hoysala இப்போ இது பார்ப்போம். UNESCO related Hoysala temples per. Hoysala temples I remember having told you to look into that, right? Hoysala temples history la போய் பார்க்க சொன்னீங்க ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? Hoysala temples sacred ensembles ஒரு நியூஸ் வந்துருச்சு. India has officially nominated the Hoysala temples for World Heritage List, which is again published by UNESCO. Hoysala temples of Belur, Halebit, and Somnathpura. Somnathpura. மூணுமே இப்போ அதுல என்னன்னா, what is the style of building that the temple architecture இருக்குல்ல? What style of architecture they have? பாரு. They have a style called hybrid style or Vesara style.
Nagara plus Dravida style.
Why it is hybrid? It is a Nagara and Dravidian style. Nagara style as well as Dravidian style. So what are the important features of Nagara style? This is not something that I have to discuss to you in current affairs. But Nagara style, what are the features that you find in Nagara style? Those who are online, you can also answer. You are also part of the class. See, this is where you have to say again, I tell you, have all your books with you when you are discussing. Say next to, until your exam, you read whatever you want to read, that is different issue. But go to the current affairs questions, have the current affairs question with you, current affairs issues with you, have the books with you when you are revising current affairs. Go to the books and see. Ipo Vesara style na Nagara style na Dravidian architecture, temple architecture. Idoda main features enna that is very important. So Nagara style enna la irukum?
Mandapa entrance mandapa.
Sari.
அது உள்ள போய்டனே கர்ப்பகரா இருக்கும். கர்ப்பகரா மேல பாத்தீங்க அப்படினா சிகரா லாஸ்ட்ல அனாமிகா அந்த மேல
அனாமிகாவோ அமலகா சொல்லதா அமலகா அல்லது கலஷ் வச்சிருப்பாங்க மேல. So where all you will find the Nagara style temples? Nagara is more in North India, and which are the main temples, examples of temples?
Jagannath Puri temple. Konark center is.
Abro.
Odisha Konark center. Gujarat Rani Gujarat temples. Mostly the state.
See, geography ஞாபகம் below அது ஹிமாலயாஸ்க்கும் விந்தியாஸ்க்கும் நடுவுல.
Okay.
Between Himalaya, அது நார்த் இந்தியன் பிளேன்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல, அங்க you have Nagara style. கீழ வரும்போது you have Dravidian style. Dravidian style. அதே மாதிரி when it comes to this one, what do you call that? இல்ல Dravidian style என்னலாம் இருக்கும்? Features of Dravidian style.
Same அந்த சிகராக்கு பதிலா அந்த அது விமானம் சொல்லுவாங்க. ஷேப். அப்படியே இந்த கர்ப்பகரா மண்டபம் அதெல்லாம் சேமா இருக்கும். என்ட்ரன்ஸ் பாத்தீங்கன்னா கோபுரம். கோபுரம்
Okay, right, okay. Gateway will be adorned by a கோபுரம். அப்புறம் main important structure என்ன, they will be compounded. Fortified and compounded இருக்கும். அப்புறம்
mostly சதன் இந்தியாஸ் அதாவது இந்தியாஸ் கீழே
அதான் கீழே அந்த ரிவர்ஸ் வச்சுக்கோ, கிருஷ்ணால இருந்து சவுத் அப் டு காவேரி வைகை வரைக்கும். அண்ட் இது ரெண்டுக்கு நடுவுல வர்றதா கர்நாடகா. ஹொய்சாலாஸ் வந்து நடுவுல இருப்பாங்க. So intricate styles இருக்கும். Hoysala temples are a hybrid of Nagara style and Dravidian style. It is otherwise called as Vesara style. இல்ல டபுள் மண்டபா ஸ்டைல் இருக்கும்.
ஆமா, டபுள் மண்டபா ஃபுட் கூட.
அப்புறம் வந்து raised platforms. ஏன்னா தி வேசரா ஸ்டைல்ல வந்து they have double மண்டப் ஸ்டைல், டபுள் மண்டபா இருக்கும். அப்புறமா வந்து raised platforms இருக்கும், ஸ்டெப்ஸ் ஏறி போற மாதிரி பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ஸ் இருக்கும். தென்
அது மோஸ்ட்லி
செப்பரேட் நந்தி பவிலியன். தட்ஸ் யூனிக் ஃபீச்சர். டெம்பிள் உள்ள போகும்போது நந்தி பவிலியன் தனியா இருக்கும். தட் இஸ் அது உள்ள டெம்பிளுக்குள்ள போக முன்னாடி you will first have the நந்தி பவிலியன் and then you will go to the mandapa, then you will go to the temple. The mandapa will be mandapa is provided for performing public gatherings, dance forms, the public gatherings, social gatherings, அதுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து மண்டபா. This kind of a style where do you find in Tamil Nadu? Tanjavur Chola architecture இந்த ஸ்டைல பார்க்கலாம். If you go to Tanjavur temple, first you will enter fortified இருக்கும், Dravidian ஸ்டைல்ல கோபுரம் இருக்கும். கோபுரம் தாண்டி உள்ள போனா நந்தி இது இருக்கும், what do you call that, நந்தி பவிலியன் இருக்கும். பெரிய நந்தி இருக்கும், huge நந்தி. After that you will have a raised platform of mandapam. அப்புறமா you will have the temples. Alright, so Hoysala style is very important.
அப்புறம் அந்த மூணு இடம் பிளஸ் ஐ மீன் எல்பியூ அப்புறம் சோமநாத்புரா மூணு இதர
எதுக்கு
அந்த ஹொய்சாலா டெம்பிள்ஸ் மூணு பிளேஸ்
ஆலேபித், வேலூர் அண்ட் சோமநாத்புரா.
பாத்தீங்கன்னா இது காவி அந்த இது
and most of the times in the temples எல்லாமே Hoysala temples எல்லாமே which tradition they follow? Saivism, Vaishnavism. Saivism. Hoysala is a Shiva temple. So Shiva is sometimes regarded as the god of destruction. However, the temple architecture you will find the sculptures relating to depicting Vaishnavism and Jainism as well. You will find the sculptures depicting the story of Mahabharata and Ramayana. Adhe mari Bhagavad Purana. Apart from that, you will also find sculptures depicting Jainism. Appa Hoysala kings are most important. Hoysala kings are. Sorry, what were the battles there? See, as at least now I don't want that answer because I don't have any literature to verify whether you are saying right or wrong. You get the point? So I don't need the answer right away.
Okay.
But what I want is I'm just giving you the leads, what you have to do. So most important, Hoysala dynasty are contemporaries. Who are all the contemporaries of Hoysalas? Hoysala dynasty, Hoysala empire, who were the contemporaries? They were between 10th and 15th century, 10th and 10th and 14th century. Who were all the other kingdoms? At the time, the other contemporary empires and dynasties are there.
Slave dynasty நாத்துல இருக்கும். இந்த சைடு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா
South where? So they belong to the early medieval stages, right?
சோழர்ஸ் அப்பதான் இதெல்லாம் கரெக்டா.
I am not asking you to give me an answer because I cannot verify it because history is not my subject. So probably if you are asking anything relating to constitution, yes, I can validate it. But history I cannot validate and I don't want to validate because I don't want to confuse you.
Okay.
Supposing if I pass on very wrong information, so you will be in trouble, which I don't want to. All that I'm trying to give you is a lead. So who are all the contemporaries of Hoysala Empire? So see, Hoysala Empire on the Halebid temple இருக்குல, Halebid temple நீ படிக்கும்போது நியூஸ் பேப்பர்லயே வந்துச்சு. Halebid temples were ruined by the invasion of the Delhi Sultanate. The newspaper itself contained that sentence. Above it clearly says that the contemporaries are in the north, the contemporaries are Delhi Sultanate. But Delhi Sultanate எப்ப ஆரம்பிக்குது? Sultanate of Delhi எப்ப ஆரம்பிக்குது? With the Battle of Tehran, 1192. 1191, first battle of Tehran. 1192, second battle of Tehran. Mahmud of Ghor versus the first battle on the Mahmud of Ghor versus the Rajput Confederacy. Second battle is Mahmud of Ghor versus Prithviraj Chauhan, where the Jayachandra did not permit the Rajput Confederacy to form to support Prithviraj Chauhan because Prithviraj Chauhan had taken away his daughter, Karavan. So from 1192 onwards, from 1192 to 1526, Delhi Sultanate. 1526 is? What happened? First battle of Panipat between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. And there was once asked a question, why Panipat was the most important battlefield in the history? Mains I suppose it was 2017, I suppose. Why most historic battles were held in Panipat? Three most important battles that changed the Indian history. Flow of Indian history, Battle of Panipat. First battle of Panipat between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. Second battle of Panipat. Third battle of Panipat. Maratha Mughals against Ahmad Shah Abdali. I think Ahmad Shah Abdali, right? One second. So, why Panipat is historically important? Why most important battles have been fought in Panipat? So contemporaries in the South India, who were the contemporaries of Hoysalas in the South India? And was there any big battle any big war in which Hoysalas were involved? So I don't require you to give me the answer right away. As I already told you, don't try to give me answers. Try to recall things, because this is a way you can revise. With the current affairs, you can revise all the subjects. இப்படி ஒரு ஹொய்சாலா மட்டும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஹொய்சாலா நிறுத்த போறது இல்லை. You have to see the contemporaries in the north. இப்போ நார்த் எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா again what I'm trying to tell you is that you can recall complete within moments, within minutes you can recall the entire historical aspects. இப்போ historyல Sultanate of Delhi எடுக்கிறேன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ. Again you can create a table. First dynasty, important rulers. Which are all the dynasties of Delhi Sultanate? IKTSAL. Iktisal no jigo. Ilbaris, Tughlaqs, Khaljis, Sayyids and Lodis. Ilbaris are the slave dynasty. Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Razia Sultana, Balbat, Mudinj. Most important rulers. Khaljis la Jalaluddin Khalji, Alauddin Khalji, Mubarak Shah Khalji. Alauddin Khalji is the most important. Finished? Above 4 + 1, 5 kings. Next, Tughlaqs. Tughlaq sir, Feroz Shah Tughlaq,
Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq,
Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, Mohammed bin Tughlaq. Feroz Shah, first. Ghiyasuddin is first. Ghiyasuddin, Mohammed bin Tughlaq and Feroz Shah Tughlaq. Mohammed bin Tughlaq is most important. So 6. Sayyidல Sayyid brothers அவ்வளவுதான். ரெண்டே ரெண்டு தான். லோடில சிக்கந்தர் லோடி, இப்ராஹிம் லோடி, அவ்வளவுதான். ரெண்டு பேர் தான். மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் 2 தான். அதர் லோடிஸ் ஆர் தௌலத் கான் லோடி. Most powerful rulers were Ibrahim Lodi and Sikandar Lodi, and then Daulat Khan Lodi. Daulat Khan is the last ruler. Most ridiculous thing enna, Daulat Khan Lodi had another Daulat Khan Lodi who was his noble, who invited Babur. Beta, ipo paru. Qutbuddin Aibak, very short span. Iltutmish, Razia Sultana, short span. Then Balban. Balban the most important. If you have rulers, then wars. If you have dynasty, rulers, wars. Major events like wars. Which are all the wars, important wars they fought. Wars in Jolumadu against whom, which dynasty, which place. Then there political measures. What are all the political measures they took? For example, if you take Iltutmish, in order to avoid caliphate recognition, he created the Jaliza. And he created the Iqta system. Political administrative measures. After the economic measures. Religious views. Whether he was a liberal religious views, religious bigata. But Sikandar Lodi was a religious bigot. Whereas Ibrahim, the Ilbari dynasty mottham liberal arpanga. Where they themselves, they have to be liberal because they were, see, something like Mauryas and Ilbaris are, they have something common to share. Both belong to the lower stratum of the society, unrecognized lot of the society. Mauryas are Sudra dynasty, yeah. இவ்வளவுதான் நீ பார்க்க வேண்டியது. இது போட்டுட்டேன்னா your job is done. ரைட்டா? So that way you have to have the tabular column. This is what I want you to do. இப்போ என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, what is appearing in current is only one piece of information. But with that you are revising the one section of history as a whole, right? This is exactly what you are doing. Nitesh, is that clear to you, Nitesh? This is what I wanted you to do. So this will sharpen and give focus on the subjects to you, and on the day of exam you will be able to think properly. Misawat, that is the reason. I hope it's clear to you, those who are online.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Hoysala Soda, contemporaries, Patukonga, and what are all the major battles that Hoysala kings took part in, and who were all, either they were defeated or they were, declined. Last part of why they declined, why the dynasty declined, that is also important. So we have to also take care of the decline of the empire or the dynasty. Hope it's clear to you, right? Science. That same thing I told you for science. Go to the books and find out what are the diseases, which are all the causative factors of the disease. The disease caused factors that cause a disease, vectors and the vectors, and vaccines in the vaccine, medicine in the medicine. What is the medicine for malaria? I have already told you. It has been repeatedly asked in the past. Chincona. Chincona tree, the bars of the Chincona tree. We have the malaria medicine is derived. Right? அதுவும் all right. Then PM divine yesterday பார்த்தோம் ரைட்டா. அதுக்கப்புறமா I told you to look into Gati Shakti. அப்புறமா is there anything else? I also asked you to look into this one, hydrogen. See, hydrogen is very important because National Hydrogen Mission has been launched as part of the 75th anniversary of India's independence. Yeah, National Hydrogen Mission has been launched as part of the enna mahotsav, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It's part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And the next 20 years, it's called as Amrit Kal. Next 25 years. அது 100th year வரும்போது அந்த 100th year வரும்போது India should be somewhere else. And the Prime Minister has declared this next 25 years to be Amrit Kal. I don't know what is Amrit Kal. Amrit Kal, right? So take care of that. And this time we have the COP நடந்திருக்கு இல்லையா? Yeah, more hydrogen முடிச்சுக்குவோம். So National Hydrogen Mission la, what is gray hydrogen, what is green hydrogen? Yesterday I told you. And National Hydrogen Mission aims at generating hydrogen for green power sources and replace to achieve net zero. Net zero kaga it has been identified and it is important. Right? சரி, அதுல as part of it, National Hydrogen Policy partல பட்ஜெட்ல வந்து there were certain important schemes launched. அதான் வந்து நேத்திக்கு பார்க்கும்போது GAIL பார்த்தோம். பார்த்தோமா? GAIL and HPCL's joint venture called Avantika Gas Limited AGL, which are involving in a project to mix hydrogen in the natural gas for the household fuel supply. Apart from that, next 25 years இருக்கு இல்லையா? Next 25 அமிர்த கால்ல வந்து budget provides for certain plans. So it is offering 25 years of free power transmission for any renewable energy plants set up to supply power for green hydrogen production before July 2025. Other before any plant, supposing if you are setting up a plant which will supply hydrogen to which will supply power to any hydrogen plant. Assume Nitish is now starting a plant to generate hydrogen, for which money is investing in a power plant. Money's power plant will supply power to Nitish's hydrogen manufacturing plant. For them, money will be reimbursed. Manivannan will be reimbursed, provided Manivannan has to set up his power transmission plant before July 2025. Adenana, the green hydrogen producer will be able to set up solar power plants, especially in places like Rajasthan, to supply renewable energy to a green hydrogen plant in Assam. And he will not pay the transmission charges. For example, Manivannan's renewable energy power plant is in Rajasthan, and Nitish's green hydrogen production unit is in Assam. And Nitish is requiring about, say, 10 megawatts of power every year. Money is generating 5 megawatts. This 5 megawatt transmission charges, money will not be, you will not pay for that. Government will take care of it. So this is the green hydrogen policy. Green hydrogen policy that is announced in budget 22-23. All right. So the idea is we have to provide for, we have to go in for move towards green hydrogen and green fuel to achieve net zero. For this, in the budget, the government has also announced a single window or a single portal for clearances. Single window clearance, single portal clearance. This all clearance completely it will be given. One shot, you will be able to, within 30 days, everything will be all clearances will be given to you within 30 days. That is also to be set up as part of Amrit call. அதே மாதிரி supposing if you are exporting the hydrogen வச்சுக்குவோம், the port authorities will be providing you land at an applicable with a minimal charge, applicable but minimal charge, to set up bunkers near the ports to store them, so that it's easy to export. அதே மாதிரி the purchase will also be state's renewable purchase obligation அப்படின்னு ஒன்று இருக்கு, under which it is required to procure certain proportion of its requirement from renewable energy sources. இப்போ மணியோட சோலார் பவர் அல்லது ஹைட்ரஜன் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ண வச்சுக்கோ, ஸ்டேட் வில் ஒரு பர்டிகுலர், இப்போ லெவி சுகர் வாங்குறாங்கல்ல, அது மாதிரி the state will purchase some of them in order to assure that you have some business. இதெல்லாம் இந்த பட்ஜெட்ல போட்டுக்கிற விஷயங்கள். Now this may not be important for your prelims. See, you may become, it will become doubtful for you, sir, whatever you are asking these points, how can there be a question on prelims? In the prelims, the question can be relating to green hydrogen policy. Relate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and National Hydrogen Policy. Right up. Under that, I mean, you relate it with Amrita Kal. And Amrita Kal, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Amrita Kal, then National Hydrogen Policy, Green Hydrogen Policy, GAIL's idea of supplying hydrogen mixed natural gas for household utilization in Madhya Pradesh, particularly in Indore. Idella questions. But this is important for your mains also. All right. See, as far as this is concerned, you have to connect it with all the facts and concepts relating to COP26. COP26 thana. COP26. Glasgow Summit. Hello, what is net zero? What are the greenhouse gases? What are the pollutants? Then how you go for clean energy, and how hydrogen will act as a green energy. What are the chemical properties of hydrogen? Right? What are the isotopes of hydrogen? And hydrogen's place in the periodic table. All right. Adukaprom, if at all anything is not asked about this in Jonna, there is a possibility of asking this in the mains. Ivlaga matter. Ivlaga idhukku mela, there is nothing with respect to this. I hope it's clear to you. For the next 45 days, what you are going to do is this. I repeatedly am telling you. Take one current affairs issue, complete depth la paathiradhu, revise pannidradhu. See, because whatever we have said, suppose sir, hydrogen and science I have not studied it all because I belong to arts, humanities subjects, sir, I don't know science and I have science na paravalla. Just whatever is possible for you to remember, whatever possible for you to understand, that much is enough. Don't bother. Don't bend backwards, because I'm telling you that these are all the possible areas of what will stand in your mind is going to stand with you. What is volatile and what is not, what you can't remember, you will not remember. Murphy's law. If something can go wrong, it will. ஆனா ரொம்ப எல்லாம் போய் சாவடிக்கிற மாதிரி படிக்காத, தேவையில்லை. All right? Clear? I hope it's clear. Get up. Fine. The next, Prime Minister's Gati Shakti National Master Plan for Multimodal Connectivity. See, this Gati Shakti, PM Gati Shakti, the program period. The PM Gati Shakti was launched in October 2021. It's a new vision for integrated planning, synchronized, time-bound implementation. So what is this and how it will work up? No, it's very simple. It is about infrastructure development. Right? The integrated plan addressing the missing gaps to ensure seamless movement of people, goods, and services. It aims to enhance ease of living, ease of doing business, minimize disruptions, and expedite completion of works with cost efficiencies. Provide a comprehensive database of the ongoing and future projects of various ministries. It will include 7 sectors. The transformative approach with respect to seven important 7 engines. The Prime Minister calls them as development driven by 7 engines, namely railways, roads, ports, waterways, airports, mass transport, logistics infrastructure. So this is also a potential mains question. So I'll tell you what is the possible mains question. This Prime Minister's Gati Shakti is dovetailed with PM Divine for Northeastern India, launched in Budget 2022. And Budget 2022 PM Divine launch பண்றாங்கல, PM Divine will be dovetailed with Gati Shakti. And Gati Shakti, recall, Hira model. The highway, internet, railways and airways. Hira means diamond. Share. Gati, the PM Divine, which is to be implemented by the Northeastern Council, will dovetail it with Gati Shakti project. But PM Divine will also go in for the livelihood options for women and youth of Northeastern states. So that much is enough. Gati Shakti in a model project in Gatwa. It is a project it is a plan for multimodal connectivity. So what do you mean by this multimodal connectivity? What are the problems? What is that it is trying to address? It is simple. At present, the infrastructure developmental programs, infrastructure development plans, they suffer from 4-fold problems. One is disjointed planning. Second is non or underutilization of installed capacity. 3, lack of standardization. 4, lack of coordination and clearances and approvals and other departmental issues. What it is trying to do is, for example, a qualitative improvement of infrastructure planning. For instance, Chennai, you have an idea about Chennai, assuming that you have an idea about Chennai. From Bangalore, something has to be exported through the Chennai port. So for Bangalore, the nearest port is Chennai. Hardly Hosur is the border of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka border. Again, the Chennai port, Bangalore to Chennai, around 400 kilometers, 450 kilometers. So obviously that is the nearest port. In order to improve the connectivity of the ports, we planned in Chennai, an expressway from about Madurai Tandi, and the bypass near port elevated express highway. Plan. Now the question is, if it is going to be a mass transport, export it's important for you to connect it with the railway. From Bangalore to Katpadi, it can come from train. From Katpadi, for elevated highway, we can bring it to port. First you have to build the facilities in Katpadi railway station, Vellore railway station. Then from there, road transportation. So you have to go in for 3 different projects. In the past, what the problem was, the road development will be done by state government. Railways will be done by what will be independent authority. four trusts. So all the three will be working for the same project, but at three different levels and in their own pace. That is what is called as disjointed planning. Now that should be a integrated planning. ஒன்னு parallel மூணுமே நடக்கணும், இல்ல one after the other ரெடியா இருக்கும். First you should develop the port, then you should develop the road, then you should develop the railways. But what is it? This is what is called as disjointed planning. This problem will be sorted out by the Gati Shakti program. Is attempting to sort out this by establishing synergies between different departments and different governments. I hope it's clear to you. Primary, non or underutilization of installed capacity. Again, aligning the timelines of various projects through efficient planning and taking initiatives after completion of the project to overcome the ineffectiveness. See, once the project is completed, ரொம்ப சிம்பிள்டா. If you travel from Tamil Nadu to Andhra Pradesh, you'll find இங்க இந்த பக்கம் கவரப்பேட்டை தாண்டி போனேன்னா you'll find at least 2 or 3 bridges. ரெண்டு ஒரே ஒரு flyover, 2 flyovers and 1 bit of road that has to be completed. That is not completed because of the malintegration between Andhra and Tamil Nadu governments. National Highway Development Authority, Andhra government and Tamil Nadu government, they all the three have to come in line. They are not coming in line, there is a problem. Either solve பண்றது. இப்போ பப்ளிக் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க, கதி சக்தி ப்ரோக்ராம் இந்த இதை எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன்னா, this is one of the important steps taken to resolve malintegration, which was highlighted by FW RICS with respect to infrastructure projects. உனக்கு புரியாது இன்னும் நம்ம ரிக்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டு தான் அப்புறம் என்ன அப்படியே எப்படி முடிக்கிற அதான் நீ பார்த்தே கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆயிட்டேன் நான். Then lack of standardization, that you have to standardize everything. என்னென்ன methodologies இருக்குமோ அவ்வளோத்தையும் in respect of standardization, respect of everything. Then clearance as an interdepartmental. So this has to be done with respect to railways, roadways, ports, waterways, airports, mass transport and logistic infrastructure. Right up? I hope it's clear to you. This is Prime Minister's Gati Shakti program. சரியா? சரி, இதுல PM Divine பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, it is said that the PM Divine will be implemented through Northeastern Council. What is Northeastern Council?
Statute words. The Northeastern Act கீழே அவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு பிரச்சனை இருக்குன்னா கவுன்சில் zonal councils.
It is a zonal council. What is a zonal council?
State Administration Act அப்போ
What is a zonal council?
ஒவ்வொரு ஜோன்ல இருக்க ஸ்டேட்ஸ் குள்ளேயும் கோஆபரேஷன் கொண்டு வரது ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் தான் பேசிக்கலி இல்ல ஏதாவது ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் உங்களோட கோஆபரேஷன் கோஆர்டினேஷன்.
Who will be the chairperson of zonal council?
ஹோம் மினிஸ்டர். ஹோம் மினிஸ்டர்.
Home Minister, Chief Minister.
ஹோம் மினிஸ்டர்.
Confirm the Home Minister தானா?
ஹோம் மினிஸ்டர்.
கண்டிப்பா Home Minister தான் சார். I know that.
இப்போ அமித்ஷா
Home Minister தான், இதுல doubt. Sir, I'll share a screenshot of my book page in the Telegram. Yugam. Northeastern Council was first formed, the Statute of Northeastern Council, Northeastern Council Act of 1972. அதுக்கு ஒரு 50 வருஷம் ஆயிப்போச்சு இப்போ. Whatever I'm sharing, you can see. You can read first zonal council, then zonal council functions, which are all the zonal councils there. Then I'm sharing the objectives of zonal council. This can be your both prelims and mains question. What are the functions of zonal council? And please do not confuse this with interstate council. That is constitution provided, not constitutional body. It's not constitutionally created, but it's provided in constitution. The president will create, whereas zonal council is a statutory body. All the zonal councils were created under the States Reorganization Act of 1956. Northeastern Council, which is not included in the zonal council. Northeastern Council is not included in zonal council. It's a separate statutory body, but it will perform the functions. By and large, they perform the same functions as what the zonal councils perform with respect to Northeastern states. Adala, though Sikkim is not a Northeastern state, is included in the Northeastern Council. Sikkim is not part of Sikkim Northeast state. So Sikkim was included in Northeastern Council by the Northeastern Council Amendment Act of 2002, and Sikkim was excluded from the Eastern Zonal Council. So what are zonal council? What is Northeastern Council? I hope it's clear to you. Clear? Those are online. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So it's all because of the PM divine. So PM divine, PM Gati Shakti, Northeastern Council. Northeastern Council, and PM Gati Shakti program is more important for your mains also. Then infrastructure development, what are the problems to get? In the 4 problems, you can simply write it down. Right? Check that. Next is Ken Betwa River Link. See, we have a national perspective plan for interlinking of rivers. So we had a national perspective for national perspective plan for interlinking of rivers. It's a very long-standing plan that was conceived and launched in 1980 by the Ministry of Water Resources. Now what is called as Ministry of Irrigation. Later the Ministry of Irrigation was called as Ministry of Water Resources. Now the Ministry of Jal Shakti. And the very first project of interlinking of rivers under the National Perspective Plan is Ken Betwa River Link. Ken and Betwa both are tributaries of Yamuna. So Yamuna river system, Ganga and Yamuna river systems. So there are 3 major river systems in North India. One is Indus and its tributaries. Second is Ganges and its tributaries. Third is Yamuna and its tributaries. Right? Indus வந்து கீழ வராது. Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi and Beas. They won't come beyond Punjab, Haryana. The other 2 river systems come down to Punjab, Haryana. They flow through UP and they go up to northeastern states of Bangladesh. Ganges goes up to Bangladesh. And in Bangladesh, Ganges will mix with Brahmaputra and then it is called as Ganges and Brahmaputra mix I Bangladesh Meghna. Does Meghna flow through Bangladesh? Check one. Say Padmavati or Meghna? Meghna is not Meghna is a river that is more in அது கரெக்ட் தான். பர்மா தான் இருக்கு. Meghna comes from Burma. It's in Myanmar. So map இருந்தா எடுத்து பாருங்கப்பா. You have atlas with you. எங்கடா atlas எங்கடா? Where is your atlas? தம்பி, where is your atlas? It's wrong. Go take the atlas. Padma தான்டா அது. பங்களாதேஷ்குள்ள போறது பத்மா. It is not Meghna. Meghna is a different river. Brahmaputra, Sangpo தான் Brahmaputra. Sangpo is a river that flows in China and it takes ஒரு chicken neck மாதிரி ஒரு bend எடுத்து வரும். Enters India. Once it enters into India, it will be called as Brahmaputra. And Ganges and Brahmaputra mix on one, it will be called as Padma. நாங்க அப்படி தான் ஞாபகம் வச்சிருப்போம். நான் படிக்கும்போது ஞாபகம் வச்சிருப்பேன். Gangesக்கும் Brahmaputra கல்யாணம் ஆனா பத்மா பிறந்துரும். புரியுதா? கங்காக்கும் பிரம்மபுத்திரம் கல்யாணம்னா என்ன பிறகும்? பொம்பளை பிள்ளை பிறகும். அதுக்கு பேர் பத்மா. ரைட்டா? சிம்பிள். தட்ஸ் வே ஐ ரிமெம்பர். மறந்து போச்சு முன்னாடி. கதை வச்சிருப்போம். We used to have a story. ஆமா, நிமோனிக்ஸ் கான்செப்ட் மாதிரி தான். I used to have a story. மேல இருந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, 2 river systems flow like this இல்லையா? Ganges இப்படி போகும், யமுனா இப்படி போகும். So from east to west வா, Ganges ஓட first tributary என்ன? I think it's Gomti. அப்புறம் கண்டக். கீழே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சம்பல், बेतवा, सोन, केन, चंबल, बेतवा, सोन, यमुनाला, कड़ा, see, it's very easy to remember the river systems in India. மேல வந்து India map imagine பண்ணிக்கோ. மேல வந்து it will be like the top most northwest frontierல வரும்போது Indus. அதுல 3 rivers பாகிஸ்தான் போயிடும், 2 தான் இந்தியாக்குள்ள வரும். ராவி அண்ட் பயாஸ் இந்தியாக்குள்ள வரும். செக் பண்ணிக்கோ, I may be wrong. Please check the map. As I'm recalling it from my memory, I don't want to mislead you. You have the map with you, right? Atlas இருக்குல, அதுல பாத்துக்கோ. Remaining will go to Pakistan. Indus definitely goes to Pakistan. All right. After that, Ganges and Yamuna. Gangotri Glacier and Yamunotri Glacier ஆரம்பிக்கும். They come down, fertilize through the northeastern plains and go to Yamuna. எங்க போய் முடியுதுன்னு பாரு. At western side la India rivers கிடையாது because of the இந்த பக்கம் எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன்னா river Saraswati is in news இல்லையா? பாத்துட்டோமா? பார்க்கல சரஸ்வதி பார்ப்போம். river Saraswati is in news now. பாத்துட்டோமா? அது வந்து ககர் ரிவரோட flow தான் வந்து சரஸ்வதியோட flowன்னு சொல்லி they have identified. Haryana has a Saraswati development board also. They are பாத்துட்டோம். They have gone into MOU. MOU has been signed to construct a dam. அதெல்லாம் பாத்துட்டோம். So இந்த பக்கம் Saraswati, Luni and the west flowing rivers are 2. இதெல்லாம் south flowing மாதிரி இருக்கும். West flowing rivers are Narmada and Tapti. Narmada and Tapti இடையில Vindhya Hills. ரைட்டா? So அதுக்கப்புறம் the western Ghats begin, therefore not big, many major river systems western side கிடையாது. So most of the Indian rivers are east flowing rivers. All the peninsular rivers are, most major peninsular rivers are east flowing. Mahanadi and Indravati எப்படி இருக்குன்னா a river, then a mountain system, then a river, then a mountain system, then a river, then a mountain system. காவிரி வரைக்கும் அப்படிதான் வரும். Right from top, Mahanadi and Mahanadi Indravati. After that, you will have Eastern Ghats order extension, hills. Then you will have Krishna. Then you will have a mountain, Nalamala Hills. Then Godavari. Then you will have another set of hills. Then you will have Kaveri system. I think Godavari and Krishna I'm confusing. Godavari first and then Krishna second. Right? Krishna Kila. Top to bottom, Godavari first, Abrahma Krishna. Because Godavari flows through Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Karnataka and AP. Palay AP. Krishna on the Maharashtra and so Polavaram Dam project on Godavari. Alamati Dam on Krishna. Megadadu on Kaveri. எல்லாமே பிரச்சனைக்குரிய ஸ்டேட் கர்நாடகா. So it will be easy to understand these things if you go through, if you relate it with current affairs, it will be easy for you to remember. So the first project under the National Perspective Plan for interlinking of rivers is Ken-Betwa River Link. It is to both are tributaries of Yamuna, and they are going to link both the rivers by way of a canal with a 221 kilometer long canal with a 2 kilometer tunnel. So for which a special purpose vehicle has been set up to implement the project. Ken Betwa, Link Project Authority. And the most important issue here is that a major portion of Panna Tiger Reserve is going to be submerged. That is one of the very important ecological concern. So Panna Tiger Reserve, pathukkanum. Already I have told you to go through the tiger reserves. Most of the sanctuaries and reserves, you better watch them. Adula mukkiyama Panna Tiger Reserve is becoming very important because of Ken Betwa River Link project. So idula vandu, if at all it is asked, river systems can be asked, which are the tributaries of major river systems like Indus, Ganges, Yamuna, and Indus, Ganges, Yamuna, apparama tributaries of other river systems also. Rarely, one time enna pannanga, I think it was in 1996 when I wrote for the first time. So offbeat a question. They gave the map of the river basins and asked us to match. 100% yarani panna mudiyadhu. That's absolutely tangential question which we were never prepared. Caspian Sea mar irukku. Which river or basin? They gave 4 maps. So the first list depicts the map of the river basins and list 2 other rivers. Match them. The same was later repeated in the form of correctly matched and incorrectly matched. 2 times. Data? 2 times. So, how do you take care of the river systems? And this can be a question in your mains, more importantly in your essay, whether interlinking of rivers is viable. What are the problems? That can be a mains question. Mains are more prominently, it can be also an essay question. It is essay question about law. Anyway, so try to understand the river system. So for mains on the whether it is acceptable or not, see what are the ecological problems that may be arising because of interlinking of rivers. So next is raising ramp program, ramp program, raising and accelerating MSME performance. So it's a very small thing. This program is launched by the Government of India, which is backed by World Bank, and is being extended to next 5 years.
Okay.
In order to revamp the MSMEs which were affected by the COVID-related challenges. So improving the access of MSMEs to market and credit by strengthening institutions and governance related to small businesses at central and state levels. That's the fundamental idea. Again, this has been extended in the budget 22-23. All right. So next one, digital rupee. I suppose cryptocurrency was asked in the last mains. There was a question on cryptocurrency in the last mains. The government has come out with 2 important schemes. One is government is going to issue digital rupee, and they have the finance minister has also proposed 30% tax on virtual assets, meaning the cryptocurrencies and digital currencies. There are 2 types of virtual currencies. One is the cryptocurrency, one is the non-fungible tokens. non-fungible tokens. What are non-fungible tokens? Three more NFTs.
டிஜிட்டல் கண்டென்ட் வந்து மானிட்டைஸ் அதாவது டிஜிட்டல் கண்டென்ட் எதுதான் சொல்றதுக்கான அடையாளம் ஒரு ஐடி கிரியேட் போகுது அது நீங்க இதுல அது ஆப்ஷன் கொடுக்கலாம் அது வந்து எக்ஸ்சேஞ்சபிள் கிடையாது ஒவ்வொரு இதுமே
It can be transferable also.
அதான் சார் இப்போ அது ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணா அப்படியே பண்ண முடியாது இப்போ கிரிப்டோ கரன்சி வந்து ஒரு கிரிப்டோ கரன்சி வந்து கரன்சியால மாத்த முடியும் அந்த மாதிரி
I can transfer from one person to another person,
அந்த மாதிரி
but I cannot exchange it with another currency. Exchange பண்ண முடியாது, transfer பண்ணலாம். For example, let us assume I am conducting the classes for current affairs and recording it on the Zoom. Better. Now I will upload this in the website. போட்டுட்டு I will give you fungible tokens, non-fungible tokens to கொடுத்துருவேன். Whereby you will pay, say, you pay 2,000 rupees. I will be giving you 10 tokens. We using each token is worth of 100 rupees, and for every 100 rupees you can watch a video of 1 hour. You can choose any number of videos. This is a non-fungible token. It operates on the basis of blockchain technology. Coupons, physically coupons, it is like digital coupons. These are non-fungible tokens. So the gift, if you, for example, if you get Amazon Pay, you subscribe to Amazon Pay wallet, then they can give you non-fungible token of reimbursement tokens for dining. Select a restaurant, you give that token number or token thing, you will get 10% discount, 20% discount. Non-fungible tokens. So these are two digital forms of assets, virtual assets, and the virtual assets will also be taxed from this budget. There is a 30% tax on virtual assets as well. Apart from that, the government of India has announced that a central bank digital currency (CBDC) will be issued. That is, RBI will issue digital rupee in the financial year, from the financial year 22-23. Again, it will be backed by the blockchain technology, and it will be used as a legal tender like normal rupee, fiat currency. You can use it in the digital form. So while the digital form is, while the fiat currency is on paper, you have whatever currency rupees, that is a fiat currency backed by the sovereign power. And you can exchange it. Digital currency also you can buy and exchange. The fiat currency and digital currency, digital rupee and normal rupee can be exchanged. Similarly, the digital currency will be a currency even if it is a cryptocurrency. Bitcoin or cryptocurrency and there is a difference between cryptocurrency and digital currency. But digital currency and cryptocurrency may difference. The digital currency is an electronic form of the fiat money that can be used in contactless transactions. Whereas cryptocurrency is a store of value. It's a value, other value, the book entry, which is secured by an encryption. That's all. For example, if you have cryptocurrency, Bitcoins, you cannot exchange Bitcoins in a bank to get rupee. Whereas if you have digital rupee issued by RBI, you can issue it. You can exchange it in the banks. Other difference. Digital currency will be regulated by RBI, whereas cryptocurrency is decentralized and unregulated. The Bitcoin fraud, you lose the money, you lose the money. Similarly, the digital currency rates are stable and currencies are globally accepted. It is because it is backed by sovereign power. Whereas cryptocurrency is highly volatile and they are not widely accepted, especially by countries. Banks accept another. Bitcoin, there are Bitcoin exchanges and Bitcoin, the fintech services companies in they will manage the Bitcoin. So what is the currency exchange rate, selling rate and buying rate and that is unregulated, and it is totally market based and volatile, and nobody has any control over that. All right. By the way, digital currency transactions are known only to sender, receiver and the bank, whereas cryptocurrency is unsafe because it is known to anybody and everybody. It is unsecured. It is unsecured. Similarly, the digital currency needs strong passwords to protect digital wallets, bank applications, and credit debit. Cryptocurrency, they are secured only by encryption that is not known to you. That is known to the exchange rate. Yaar vandu manage பண்றாங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு தான் தெரியும். You will not have any idea about that. That's the difference between digital currency and cryptocurrency. This can be asked in your mains as well as prelims. Mains and prelims both. It can be asked in prelims and mains both. So all digital transactions that you have in the bank are not digital currencies. So cryptocurrency, digital currency, பார்த்துக்கோங்க. What is blockchain technology? பார்த்துக்கோங்க. Blockchain technology they have already asked in the mains. Cryptocurrency they have already asked in the mains. But yet it is continuously coming in news because of the digital rupee and the taxation upon the virtual assets. So it can be asked again in the prelims and mains both. Clear up? So அதே மாதிரி science and technology ல another important thing relating to science and technology என்னன்னா Param Pravega is one of the supercomputers in India which has been commissioned in the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. It is the largest in the Indian academic institutions under the National Supercomputing Mission. Yeah. News enna it has been installed in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. So what are supercomputers? This has been asked in the mains as well. Check. I give you the assignment to you for tomorrow. NSM, National Knowledge Network, CDAC, National Supercomputing Mission, CDAC, National Knowledge Network. And what are supercomputers? இல்ல முக்கியமா the flops னு சொல்றோம்ல கம்ப்யூட்டர் டெர்மினாலஜில என்ன சொல்ற அந்த ஹைரார்கி இருக்குல்ல அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட் பிட்ஸ் அப்புறம் கிலோபிட்ஸ் பிட்ஸ் பைட்ஸ் தென் கிலோபைட்ஸ் மெகாபைட் கிகாபைட் டெராபைட் பெட்டாபைட் போதுல அது மாதிரி ஃபிளாப்ஸ் prelims la are more important to be asked. What is a flop? Flop is an expansion. அதெல்லாம் எனக்கு தெரியாது. ஃபிளாப்னா என்னது? ஸ்டோரேஜ் டிவைஸ் எப்படி ஃபிளாப்னு சொல்லுவேன்? சூப்பர் கம்ப்யூட்டர் petaflop range ஒர்க் பண்ணும். It has a capacity of 3.3 petaflops. 1 petaflop equals a quadrillion or 10-15 operations per second அப்படிங்கிறோம். flop என்ன?
point operations.
Hmm?
Floating point operations per second.
Floating point operations per second. What is that?
Method of encoding real numbers with the limits of finite precision available in computers.
அவ்வளோ பெருசா என்கிட்ட இங்கே அங்கேயும் காமிச்சா எனக்கு எப்படி தெரியும்?
ஸ்டோர் டிவைஸ் இருக்கு ஃபிளாப்பி டிஸ்க்.
ஃபிளாப்பி டிஸ்க் வேற, ஃபிளாப் வேற.
டாட்டா ஃபிளாப்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அதுதான் நான் இப்ப ஸ்டோர் டிவைஸ் சொல்றேன்.
இப்ப கணேஷ் கேப்ஸ்ன்னு சொன்னா அதான் நான் தான் பெட்டா ஃபிளாப் டெரா ஃபிளாப்னு சொல்றோம்ல. ஃபிளாப்பி டிஸ்க் எல்லாம் போய் எந்த காலத்துல தான் இருக்க? ஃபிளாப்பி டிஸ்க் எல்லாம் போய் அதெல்லாம் செத்து சுண்ணா போய் என்ன படிச்சுக்கிற? See, flops have been asked in the mains. Short notes like it. As of now, you don't have short notes. In the previous model, there used to be 20 markers. Sorry, 20 word 2 marker questions. In that, they have asked that. What are flops? So what are supercomputers? Supercomputers, more importantly, you have to understand what are parallel processing computers and sequential processing computers. See, this is more important for your mains also, because in mains you have science and technological developments in India. So, the point I want to drive home is very simple thing that the Param Pravega supercomputer has been installed in Indian Institute of Science. It was designed by the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, CDAC. This computer is manufactured, or this computer is produced under the Make in India, because majority of the components used in the system have been developed in India. They were manufactured and assembled in India under the Make in India initiative. So that adds value to this. So what is National Supercomputing Mission? See, National Supercomputing Mission is a jointly operated by Department of Science and Technology and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, which is being implemented by CDAC and IASC. So all institutions, 4 institutions are involved in that. Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, they are the ones who spearhead the program mission, and the mission is being implemented by CDAC and IASC. Is that clear to you? So try to understand the computer terminologies. And the order, sometimes if it is asked, you will miss. Which is the right order? Simple supercomputing simply from bit to gigabyte. இப்போ இன்டர்நெட் ஸ்பீட் பார்க்கும்போது என்ன பார்க்குறேன்? அப்லோட் ஸ்பீட், டவுன்லோட் ஸ்பீட் சொல்லுவோம். KBPS சொல்றல, MBPS, KBPS. What is MBPS, KBPS? Megabytes per second. What do you mean then?
Our data of the second transfer. Kilobyte.
So how many bytes will make one? How many bits will make 1 byte?
8 bits.
About kilobyte na?
1024.
அந்த odd number வரும், 1024 வரும். So that order, better you recall. But these are all the simple things which you may get confused in the context of exam. See, it's not that you are a fool, but it's very simple thing, but you will miss. அவசரத்துல கைவிட்டு அண்டாக்குள்ளே போகாதுங்களா, அது மாதிரி. These are all fundamental things, but you may miss. So இதை பார்த்து வச்சுக்கோங்க. So Param Pravega, what is Param Pravega? What is its capacity? And who, under which mission it comes? It is National Supercomputing Mission. The mission is jointly steered by Department of Science and Technology and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and the mission is implemented by CDAC and IASC, and Param Pravega has been commissioned in IASC and related aspects பார்த்துக்கோங்க. And supercomputing for your mains. For your mains. And as part of it, try to understand what is NSM, National Supercomputing Mission, and what are its objectives, when was it started, and how it is getting implemented. Correct? So next is World Wetlands Day. February 2 of every year is being celebrated as World Wetlands Day. This year's theme 2022 கான theme வந்து Wetlands Action for People and Nature. This year marks the anniversary, the golden jubilee anniversary of the Convention on Wetlands, which is called as Ramsar Convention. Ramsar Convention 1971. It completed its golden jubilee. So this year's Wetlands Day marks not only it is celebrated as Wetlands Day, but also the golden jubilee of Ramsar Convention. And Ramsar Convention is yet another topic which is very close to the UPSC question center, both prelims and mains. Ramsar sites is yet another frequently asked question. Set up. So importance of wetland as a ecosystem. Mains like what is Ramsar Convention? Importance of wetland ecosystem. Mains lab. Right? And what is important? What is the need for conserving wetlands? Both our answer is the same, but a different question. And this year's celebration in India was conducted in Sultanpur National Park of Haryana, which is a Ramsar site by itself. Along with Bindawaz Wildlife Sanctuary in Jajjar district and Sultanpur National Park in Gurgaon district of Haryana. These two are the first wetland sites of Haryana. First two wetland sites of Haryana are Sultanpur National Park of Gurugram and Bindawaz Wildlife Sanctuary of Jajjar district. India has the largest number of wetland sites. India has 49 Ramsar sites, which is highest in South Asia. And two new wetland sites were announced in 2022. One on the Kijadia Wildlife Sanctuary of Gujarat and Bakira Wildlife Sanctuary of UP. The wildlife sanctuary So Kijadia Wildlife Sanctuary and another wildlife sanctuary is also in use. Assam people are protesting against Assam and Manipura. The Golden Langur, that is also in use. Tomorrow I shall tell you. We shall discuss that tomorrow. The sanctuary try பண்றாங்க, but people are opposing it. Don't make it a sanctuary. Golden Langur. Arunachal Pradesh, yes. So sanctuaries are very much in use. Network of sanctuaries. So Kijadia Wildlife Sanctuary and Bakira Wildlife Sanctuary in UP. Kijadia is in Gujarat. Bakira is in UP. And நாளைக்கு வரும்போது Kijadia Wildlife Sanctuary உடைய main flora fauna என்னன்னு பாருங்க. Bakira Wildlife Sanctuary உடைய main flora fauna என்னன்னு பாருங்க. Sultanpurல என்ன, Bindawasல. These four. Again, which type of forest they have, which animals they have, is there any river system passing through them?
So Ramsar what is Ramsar? Golden Age is questions Ramsar Convention.
What is Ramsar Convention? What is the importance of wetland ecosystem? Why it has to be conserved and what is the problem? What are the challenges? Apart from that, other news, Aravalli Biodiversity Park also came into news. India's first effective area-based conservation measures site. Aravalli Biodiversity Park is India's first other effective conservation measures. It is a designation given by the IUCN. So IUCN is designating certain bodies or certain areas, certain biodiversity parks or certain areas. It's an area-based approach. It's a conservation designation for areas that are achieving effective in situ conservation of biodiversity outside the protected areas. So in situ na ஒரு ஏரியால ஒரு மாதிரி இருக்கும். For example, even எடுத்துக்கோ நம்ம what do you call that? Gir Lion Sanctuary இருக்குல்ல. You cannot apply the same conservation measures that you apply to Gir Lion Sanctuary to say Mudumalai Tiger Reserve. அப்ப you have to take an area based approach which is localized. அதுதான் என்ன சொல்றோம், OECM னு சொல்றோம். So it's in situ approach. Outside அது protected area ன்னு போட்டு கன்சர்வ் பண்ணாம what we normally do is that we declare something as a national park and it will be a protected area. Human activity will not be permitted. But once human activity is permitted, there will be degeneration. So instead, it is not good. Say, how long will you be able to do that? How long will you be able to conserve the natural resources by declaring them as protected areas? It's not going to work, right? So you have to educate people, create awareness. That is why they go for in situ approach, and OECM is launched. And India's first OECM biodiversity park is Aravalli Biodiversity Park. I mean, National Wetland Decadal Change Atlas. It is prepared by Space Application Center. So decadal atlas every 10 years பண்ணுவாங்க. So 2011 ல பண்ணாங்க. அப்புறம் 2021 கான atlas has been released this year. It is prepared by Space Application Center. Where is Space Application Center? Where is it located? Paru. It's in Ahmedabad. Right? இதான் சொன்னேன், ISRO ஓட subsidiary organization சொன்னோம்ல. This is another organization associated with ISRO. வந்துச்சப்போ so National Decadal Wetland Atlas. இதுல Delhi has shown a 9.3% increase in wetlands in the last 1 decade. And Haryana witnessed 13.2%, which is largest in India. And India is having, relatively, when it comes to at the global scale, India is showing improvement of wetlands because of artificial ponds, artificial wetlands, waterlogging areas of the rivers. Artificial ponds we are bringing in. So that will create wetlands. So wetland ecosystem, National Wetland Decadal Change Atlas, prepared by Space Application Center. Where is Space Application Center located? And it is associated body of ISRO. So nalagi SAC paathukom. I have told you NSM, National Supercomputing Mission, CDAC, then Space Application Center. வேற என்ன சொல்லிருக்கேன்? Knowledge, National Knowledge Network.
National Knowledge Network. The blocks and
supercomputingல computer terminologies பார்த்துக்க சொல்லியிருக்கிறேன். அப்புறமா sanctuaries I have already told you. Particularly the new wetlands இருக்குல்ல, the new wetlands ஓட flora fauna, if there was any river system, what is the river system flowing through that? Correct? So these things you look into it and come. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஹொய்சாலாஸோட கான்டெம்பரரிஸ் எல்லாம் பார்க்க சொல்லியிருக்கிறேன். The next is Lake Albert. It's a small news. Lake Albert எங்க இருக்கு? கண்டிப்பா இந்தியால இல்ல. Albert. It's in Central Africa, East Central Africa between Congo and Uganda. The Lake Albert is one of the largest lakes with an area of about 5,600 square kilometers. Right? And it is found to be a reservoir of oil. So France and China, they have signed agreements with Ugandan government and Congo government to explore oil exploration kana offshore oil exploration kana license agreement sign பண்ணிருக்காங்க. The total entities of France and China National Offshore Oil Corporation, CNOOC. அவ்வளவுதான், இவ்வளவுதான் நியூஸ். இதுல கேட்கலாம், கேட்காமலும் போலாம். But understand, because it is something connected to, it is pertaining to India. See, it is pertaining to India on two different counts. One, it is about energy. Two, it is about the Chinese expansion. சரியா? ஆனா லேக் ஆல்பர்ட் அட் த மேக்ஸ் என்ன கேட்கலாம், லேக் ஆல்பர்ட் எங்க இருக்குன்னு கேட்கலாம். It is between, it is like a bordering between Congo and Uganda. It is the Western Rift Valley of the East Central Africa. அவ்வளவுதான். Either they can ask this to you or they can just skip it over and go. Tangential போனா East Central Africa, Uganda, Congo mapped, and any river system over there, which is a feeder river for this lake. Lake Albert kana feeder river எங்க இருந்து வருது? Because it is an elevated lake. மலை மேல. Alright. So it's one of the largest lakes of world, but a shallow lake. It has a average depth of 80 meters only. 80 feet, not even meters, 80 feet. But deep lake there. All right. The turmeric. See, though, Lake Albert, very minor news. There may or may not be a question. But there is a long-standing demand for constituting a national turmeric board on the lines of the coffee board, spices board. Telangana turmeric farmers are demanding that for quite some time. And India is the largest producer and consumer of turmeric. In India, Telangana is the largest producer of turmeric. In Telangana, Nizamabad leads. இதுதான் the data தான் இல்ல நியூஸ். And again, go to the medicinal properties of turmeric.
Okay, sir.
See, this is one question which may be asked, may not be asked. Minor தான் இது. Tangential ஒரு கொஸ்டின் செட் இருக்கு, திடீர்னு தோணுச்சுன்னு வச்சுக்கேன், எதுக்கு ரொம்ப ஆப்வியஸா கேட்கணும், இதை கேட்பா அப்படின்னு கேட்டா சம்டைம்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரி கேட்கறாங்க, which normally people tend to overlook. ஏன்னா இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்தியா இஸ் லார்ஜஸ்ட் ப்ரொடியூசர் அண்ட் லார்ஜஸ்ட் கன்சியூமர் as well, and Telangana is the largest producer, where the demand for the national turmeric board is very much alive. So that makes it interesting. So turmeric ஓட antiseptic properties. சொல்ல தேவையில்லை டர்மரிக் பத்தி, உங்களுக்கு சொல்ல தேவையில்லை, because it's household medicine, இல்லையா? Turmeric is an household medicine that we all know. அது NCERT bookல they are talking about turmeric, a special type of substances that are used to test whether a substance is acidic or basic. These substances are known as indicators, and the indicators change their color when added to a solution containing an acidic or basic substance. Turmeric, litmus, China rose petals, etc. are some of the naturally occurring indicators. So natural indicator. Apart from that, turmeric also has its own medicinal properties. So that makes it interesting because there is a possibility of question over here. That's why I'm giving. But see, this is a very offbeat question. It may or may not occur, but try to know that. Don't leave it. So next on the Milena Salvini. Milena Salvini, again Italian, who died. She was a very enthusiastic classical Kathakali performer. So what is Kathakali? It's a dance drama. Kathakali is a dance drama performance art of Kerala. That much only. It's not much is important, but Kathakali art form. What are the main features of Kathakali art form? Again, you go to the books. NCERT ல வந்து இருக்கு. Kathakali art forms, theatre art of Kudiyettu. Tomorrow I want this. சரியா? All right. Sure. I think it's clear to you about what we are doing. Right? So tomorrow we should discuss more. All right. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir.